What's going on, people? Hope everybody's doing well. Oh, bear with me a second. I'm just sharing that out to a couple places. Please remember, you will need to create a YouTube account in order to talk in chat so we can see it. So just a heads up for that. Excuse me. Sorry. Pardon moi. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Oh, I have been up since like 4:30 this morning. I think I got out of bed at 5. I don't know why I can't stay asleep. Um, bear with me a second. I'm just sharing this out. But I figured I'd hang out. I've been working since early this morning. I got a bunch of stuff packed to go to the post office tomorrow since today was a holiday and it was closed. Excuse me. So I'll be shipping out a bunch of stuff for you guys tomorrow. So that will be fun. I got worked on some commissions. I laid out a cover that I need to get done. Uh, so worked on that a little bit. Got some commissions done, some pre-show commissions for this coming weekend for Texoma. Excuse me. I'll be in Durant, Oklahoma, this coming Saturday, Sunday. Super excited about that. That's one of my favorite shows I like to go to. Um, I have a lot of fun there. That's one that Chris Hayes and Kim Hayes put on. They do a great show. So I love doing that every year. This will be their third year for Texoma, and that sucker has been growing like crazy. So super congrats to them. I mean, they've done ridiculous numbers at that show. Um, I mean, absolutely ridiculous numbers. Um, but we've got a lot going on. Omni Servo, number 2 Kickstarter is going. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Omni Servo number 2 Kickstarter's going. We have Psycho Sal, um, Omnibus Collector's Edition Kickstarter going. We have don't let's see, Path of the Pale Rider number 8 Kickstarter going. Oh my God, we got a lot going. Which that's a good thing to, that's a good problem to have. You want to be super busy. Um, as much as you possibly can. Um, that's definitely a good problem to have. Um, and where are we on Kickstarter? Let's take a quick look for Psycho Sal Collector's Edition Omnibus. Um, 210 pages in this sucker. So it's massive, 10.5 inches tall by like 7.25 inches wide. We're at 53.96. So we are not far from the from the 6K stretch goal. So we need to get there, people. Let's get to that stretch goal. Um, 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 but yeah, we got a lot going on, man. A lot going on. I'm super excited for this con this weekend. The month of March, though, I am going to be insanely busy. I am gone every single month of March for shows. Every single weekend, I will be out of town. I think I looked, and I believe I am only going to be in town 6 days that month. Um, which is it's gonna be a rough month. um, oh my God, yeah, it's going to be a rough month. But like I mentioned, that's a good problem to have. You wanna be busy. What's up, Mr. V? You want to be busy. I mean, that's I'm super glad of that. I'm proud of that. You know, um, this coming weekend, I'll be at in Durant, Oklahoma at TexomaCon, like I mentioned. Then the first weekend of March, I will be in San Antonio, Texas for Big Texas Terror. This is the second year for that horror con. Big Texas Comic Con puts on this Big Texas Terror. And so a huge thank you to them. They're bringing me out as a guest invite, pro artist invite for that event. So I'm super proud of that. So thank you to the folks at Big Texas. That's the first weekend, San Antonio. The second weekend, I will be in Cleveland, Ohio for Fan Expo Cleveland. And of course, a huge thank you to Kevin Boyd for having me out as a pro invite for that show. And then the third weekend of March, I'll be all the way down in Florida at MegaCon Orlando. And then the last weekend of March, I'll be back in San Antonio for Mockingbird Lane Comic Con with their debut Comic Con they're putting on, and they're bringing me in as a pro invite also. So a huge thank you to them for that. So yeah, we got a lot going on. We've got I've got the metal prints ordered for the Batman metal and then the Ghost Rider metal. So those have been ordered. My remainder of the Psycho Sal #9 books should be here either, I think, tomorrow. I believe they're landing tomorrow. And that's just the metals and the embossed metals. And then I will have everything book related for Psycho Sal. What's up, Mr. Kyle Willis? Not much, not much. Just taking a break from working, talking about some upcoming shows, filling people in. You're welcome to come on here and chat if you got anything you want to talk about or promote or just hang out. Let me know and I'll send you the link if you want to visit. What's up, Cameron? What's up, Jim? What's up, everybody? But yeah, so the last few Psycho Sal #9 Kickstarter books will be here, I think, tomorrow. I've got everything bagged and boarded. As soon as those come in, I'll bag and board those two, which it's not a whole lot of those. It's just the metals and the embossed metals. The stretch goals should be done printing by either tomorrow or Wednesday. If I install this Comcast internet. Oh, I had Comcast until I just recently switched over to AT&T fiber. I just got sick of Comcast's overinflated damn prices. But up until this fiber thing from AT&T, sadly, Comcast had the fastest internet. They just had shitty customer service. That So yeah, I'll start as soon as those books get here tomorrow. The stretch goals I'll be picking up either tomorrow or Wednesday. The hats are supposed to be done today for the Psycho Sal hats for the backers who pledged 100. What was it, $80 or more? Kyle, everybody. Oh no, Kyle did back it. I think Kyle put us over originally over the 4K or the 5K mark. If you guys haven't backed Psycho Sal Collector's Edition Omnibus, please make sure you guys go do it. As I mentioned, I can't stress this enough. Oh, I thought I had the regular one saved. Oh, now live. Okay. This is a collector's edition of all 9 books of that complete series. I've got them for a stupid affordable price on the Kickstarter. I can't stress this enough. These books will not be available outside this Kickstarter except for the one you're looking at right here on this image for the regular trade dress omnibus. But it will not be $40 on my website or at my table at shows. It will be $80. Right now on the Kickstarter, they're $40 for the softback. Like I said, once this Kickstarter is over with, the only version of this omnibus I will have on my website or at my table at shows will literally be the softback trade dress. That's it. And it will double in price. It'll be $80 because it's a collection of 9 damn comics. So guys, don't miss out on the damn 50% off sale. You can get the softback for $40, 210 plus pages in this book. It'll have all 9 issues of Psycho Sal in it. It'll also have some behind the scenes stuff, character designs, cover layout designs, black and white interior pages prior to color. So it'll have some really cool behind the scenes stuff. But make sure you guys jump over and get that because if we can hit, like we're almost to the $6,000 stretch goal. Like I gave you guys a lot of cool stretch goals on this one. At 6K, we unlock another stretch goal, and all physical backers at 6K, they get the 4x6 regular cover mini print. At 7K, you get the 4x6 blood cover. And of course, this right here is what the regular cover. Oh wait, no, not that one. Sorry, that's what the regular cover looks like. So at 6K, every single physical backer gets this 4x6 mini print. At 7K, every single physical backer gets the companion 4x6 blood cover mini print. So guys, jump over there. Let's get this thing up there. There's no reason we can't hit these numbers. We are a long ways from the normal amount of backers because at $8,000 on the at the stretch goal for 8K, every single physical backer gets all of their books signed for free. So whether you ordered 1 copy of Omnibus or whether you ordered the regular cover and the blood cover or all 4 covers, you get all of them signed for free. That's $10 per book savings right there. If we hit the $9,000 stretch goal, every single physical backer gets a baller painted headshot remark on the cover of their book, whether it's 1 book or 4 books. Whether you got 1 copy or all copies, it doesn't matter. You'll get a $80. Well, it's technically $70, but when you add the signature, it's 80. So you get the at 7K, we get the signatures on everything. At 8K, 8K signatures. At 9K, we get the baller painted remarks on every single stretch goal. Every single book. Like I said, that's a $70 thing right there just for the remark. Another $10 freebie for the signature. And then we hit the 10K mark. We get the metal bookmarks. You've already got the regular. I'm sorry. Oh crap! Hang on one second. Hang on one second. I just thought of something. Yeah, the blood hardback's the most bang for your buck. There ain't no doubt. Hang on one second, guys. I'm glad I did this because I was having my printer guy do the stretch goals and I forgot the bookmark. Oh crap! Hang on. I'm sorry. Hang on. Okay, I had a brain fart. I was looking at these bookmarks. These bookmarks are metal on the omnibus. The bookmarks on Psycho Sal #9 are regulars. So I was about to tell him, don't print those, that they got to be metal, but never mind. So I was making a boo boo there. I'm tired. Y'all have to overlook me. I'm tired. Um, but yeah, at 10K on the omnibus Kickstarter, we get metal bookmarks. At 12K, we get the 3-inch keychains. And if we hit 15,000, which I mean, let's be honest, we really should. If we hit 15,000, every physical backer gets the 9-inch oversized Psycho Sal sticker. But then every single person who pledged $150 or more, you guys get the Psycho Sal classic logo T-shirt for free. So that's a $40 T-shirt. So I mean, there's no reason we shouldn't hit that. Normally on Psycho Sal related Kickstarters, we average about 100 to 140 backers. We're only at 39 backers. So we're missing a lot of people, which Facebook algorithm is trash. I sent out some direct messages yesterday or this morning. I think this morning, trying to let people know that Kickstarter is active because I don't want people to have to pay $80 after the damn Kickstarter's over with when they could have got the book right now for 40 on the regular softback trade dress. I mean, take advantage of the damn 50% off. So I and like at least two of the people that had replied to my message today, they hadn't even seen the damn post. So that's how we know the Facebook algorithm is trash. Which we've tested that before. We've seen it many times. It's really pathetic. How many times we get ignored, on Facebook algorithm. But yet all this other ridiculous crap can constantly get posted. And, my news feed is full of just stupid shit. That's just the way it goes. But yeah, make sure you guys jump over and get that Kickstarter backed for me. We want to try to hit, these. I would love to hit at least the 9K stretch goal, because if we hit the 9K, I get to do painted baller remarks on all the books, and I don't really, a lot of people hate remarks, painted remarks. I don't really mind them, but being able to do my character on my book, that's a different ball game. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. You guys will probably end up with more bang for your dang buck in general with that. I mean, I know it's a freebie, but still. Um, Man, where is everybody lately? Like, there's tons of shit on Facebook. I know these people are on Facebook. Where is everybody? I've been seeing that a lot in people's live videos lately, like hardly nobody jumping in videos. It's really kind of weird. I don't know why. Um, let's see. But yeah, we got a lot of shows next month. It's gonna be, my God, it's gonna be crazy busy. Let's see. Um, yeah, sure thing, B. Oh, thank you for mentioning MegaCon. So here's the thing for March. like I said, I'm only home like 6 days the entire month of March. So I'll be going from shows to shows to shows. I will not have time to do pre-show commissions for any of my shows in March during March. So the other day I opened up the commission list for every single show that's happening in March so I can get the commissions done before the end of February. So I'll have them ready to bring to each of these shows. Because by the time I leave one show and I come home for 2 days, I've got other stuff I have to do. I'm not really going to have time to do commissions. And these shows, especially, Fan Expo Cleveland and MegaCon Orlando, I don't get a lot of time, especially MegaCon. I don't really get a lot of time at MegaCon to do at show commissions. So if you are coming to see me the first weekend of March in San Antonio at Big Texas Terror, you need to get with me immediately if you want a commission to pick up at that show. If you're going to come see me at Cleveland, Ohio for Fan Expo Cleveland the second weekend of March, you need to get with me now. That list is open now. And especially MegaCon, if you're going to come see me at MegaCon Orlando and you want a commission from me, you need to touch base with me right now. Those lists are open and they're almost full on every single one. And then the last weekend of that month, I'll be at Mockingbird Lane back in San Antonio, Texas. Same scenario. So like I said, when I have these shows where I'm back to back to back shows in 1 month, because when I leave Cleveland, Ohio on the second weekend of March, I'm not even coming home. I'm driving from Cleveland, Ohio, straight to MegaCon Orlando. So like I said, I'm not joking when I say I'm only going to be home about 6 or 7 days during March. So yes, please get with me now if you need a commission for any of those shows. Because I need to get them done over the next 2 weeks. And it's 10 spots per show, and every single one of those shows are almost full already. Yeah, today's the 16th, so I need to be working on them this week. And I'll technically have 2.5 weeks to get them done. And then you'll be able to pick them up at each one of the shows. But I won't be working on any commissions in March. I won't be home long enough to do it. I won't be in hotels long enough to do it. No, I won't be doing a MegaCon exclusive for Psycho Sal this year. I've been too busy. So I wanted to do a MegaCon Orlando for like Cursed Moonlight, but just didn't have time. So I've got my fingers crossed for getting into New York this year again. I'm praying I get in this year. And if I do, I'll probably do a Cursed Moonlight exclusive for New York. Yeah, now that is true there. Like a lot of people, they're on Whatnot. And I mean, I guess I could go on live on Whatnot and talk like this. I don't know, but yeah, we're seeing that a lot. People really aren't showing up for live videos. Yeah, I wish I could have got one in time, but I've done, I mean, since January, I've done like 6 or 7 covers for other projects that's coming soon. So I just have not had time to even think about doing a damn Psycho Sal exclusive. Obviously I did one last year and the year before, I think, but I'm debating. I'm thinking about doing an exclusive for one of my IPs for Cowtown Comic Con this year. Because Cowtown, we didn't have Cowtown Comic Con last year. Uh, um, so on Psycho Sal, I did 3 exclusives for Cowtown with Psycho Sal. So issue 1, 2, and 3. That's the only con I've ever done sequential exclusives. So I'm thinking about doing a Psycho Sal number 4 Cowtown Comic Con exclusive for this year. So I'm debating on that. It's kind of a cool thing, but most people when they do exclusives, they do exclusives for a number 1. You know, Cowtown was the only one where I did a sequential style one, two, issues 1, 2, and 3. So I'm trying to debate. Um, I know I wanted to do one for Texoma, but I didn't have time for that either. What's up, sweetie? But I'm a sponsor for Texoma Comic Con this weekend. So my logo will be on their VIP bag. One of my pieces of art, I think maybe the Michael Myers, is going to be on one of their badges. So I'm an official sponsor for Texoma Comic Con this coming weekend. So that's fun. That's kind of cool. Not many artists do that. Shit. I don't know of any artists that do that. So yeah, you know, I'm sponsored to Comic Con. So, but you know, it's Chris and Kim, so you know, I don't mind doing that investment. And you know, like I said, my because of the tier I sponsored, my website and or logo and everything will be on their VIP bags, and one of my art pieces will be on one of their badges. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's the sad thing is when it comes to exclusives, it's really hard to make time for exclusives if you're a busy artist, because that's a cover you're drawing for one of your IPs or something, you know, that you're not getting paid to do. And, you know, a cover takes anywhere between, you know, 6 to 8 hours to do, depending on the complexity. And that's just the pencil work. Then you got to turn around and ink it. And then you got to scan it, send it to the colors. Then they got to have time to color it. So yeah, it'd have been cool to have an. I mean, I'll be at Mockingbird Lane, but yeah, I don't have time to do an exclusive for it. Um, I appreciate it. Yeah, I try my best to do some really cool exclusives. So, um, and also, guys, make sure if you are a comic artist or a creator, or you have an online store or a brick and mortar store, don't forget there's let me see if they've been snagged yet, but there's 3 advertisement spots on Psycho Sal Collector's Edition Omnibus Kickstarter. There's a full page ad on the inside front cover. It'll be in the add-on section. So you can get a full page ad on the inside front cover. Then on the inside rear cover, there's 2 half page ads. Go check those out and grab them. That's a great way to promote, especially if you're an artist or a creator or a comic seller, whether it's online or a brick and mortar store. The people that are reading these books are the people you would be selling or doing work for. You know, so make sure you guys check that out. I think they're still available. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are. So go grab one of those because it is a permanent advertisement. So for that one-time fee, your ad is in that book forever. And I'll be printing the softback version of the omnibus forever, because that's what I'll be carrying at shows. So for those that may not know, I won't really be carrying Psycho Sal issue 1 through 9 at shows anymore, because 9 books takes up a hell of a lot of table space. So I'll probably carry Psycho Sal #1 regular comic, but I'll carry the Psycho Sal Omnibus Collector's Edition softback on my table from now on. People can still get 2 through 9 off the website if they want it. But as far as that shows, I gotta free up some space because the amount of covers I drop, I mean, I got a full table of exclusives, you know, in most cases. And like I said, guys, don't miss out on the damn Kickstarter. It's $40 for the softback. You know, that's not much more than what it cost me to have that book made, printed. So go grab one, because again, I cannot stress this enough. If you screw around and wait till that Kickstarter ends and then you come to me trying to buy the collector's edition for all 9 books, it will be $80 for the softback. And I won't be carrying any of the other versions. So go grab the book. Take advantage of that damn $40, you know, 50% off price that I've got on there. The other thing too is it's not listed on the items because I forgot to put them, but every single physical copy of the collector's edition omnibus that you buy, of course, comes with the PDFs for issue 1 through 9. So when you buy the hardback or the softback on the Kickstarter, it will come with the digital copies of issues 1 through 9. So just a reminder on that. So. But yeah, we got a lot going on. I mean, Path of the Pale Rider Kickstarter is going right now. I've got 3 covers on that Kickstarter for Lori Calcaterra. 2 covers for issue number 8. That one's a regular and a naughty. So this is my issue for number 8 for Path of the Pale Rider. Naughty and nice cover, and then we have a throwback cover on there for issue number 2. So if you missed out on my cover I did, or I didn't do at the time, here it is for issue number 2. There's also the Angry Path bundle on there. So if you want to get all 8 issues of Path of the Pale Rider with cover art by me, there is an Angry Path on there bundle you can get it. So it'll have, technically it has 9 books in the bundle. She gave you the naughty cover for free, but you get issues 1 through 8 of the William Russell covers. So damn sure, make sure you go check that out. Also, don't forget that Omni Servo number 2 Kickstarter is active right now. I've got a cover on that Kickstarter also. The female version of Aries. So make sure you guys go check out Mike Harris's Kickstarter and grab a copy of my book there. All of this stuff is extremely affordable, so there's no reason you guys can't grab it. And then, of course, we also have Rise of the Mummy. That is my other creator-owned book. It's a one-shot comic, one story about 2 of my daughters versus a mummy in the 1920s Egypt. This is Rise of the Mummy's first retailer exclusive for Nicholas. And, you know, he gave you guys a great price on this book for an exclusive. Like I said, it's a one-shot, so it's not anything you got to be like trying to chase down a bunch of back issues or anything like that. You know, and it's for, like I said, for Nicholas with realistic comic books. Cover art, though, is by David Gerard, with colors by Dan Kemp. So this is not my cover art. This is David's cover art and Dan Kemp's colors. It's an homage to Spawn number 16 or 15 or something like that. So damn sure go grab that, because the pre-sale on this book ends in about 4 days. So you won't be able to get this book after that pre-sale ends, guys, okay? So make sure to support Nicholas. He's great about working with indie people. He's a super good dude with realistic comics. So make sure you guys look on my page, find the link for this pre-sale, get your claims in, because the claims end in 4 days on the 20th. So get those claims in, guys. Don't miss out on that fun exclusive. David and Dan Kemp did a great job on that cover. Let's see. Yep, Tales from the Ferryman's coming soon. Andrea gets her first published story, so I'm super excited about that for her. I did a badass art piece for her header page in that book. So I'm super proud of that, and I'm super proud of her for the getting her first published work. Let's see. Also, let's see. Let's look at this thing real quick. Let me share. Let me share my screen with you good people. All right, let's look at this. Okay, so we're let me refresh it, see if anybody's jumped on while we're talking. So we're at 53.96, 39 backers. We have 17 days to go, guys. Only 17 days. So please do me a solid. Go back to Kickstarter, guys. Throw $40 at it. Get that trade dress version of the softback. 210 plus pages. This book is bigger than a comic book by a large margin. You know, this is an omnibus, so it's 210 plus pages. It is like 10.5 inches tall by like 7.5 or 7.25 inches wide. And for those that might be tuning in that may not know what this is, Psycho Sal is my creator-owned IP. It's a 9-issue comic, psychological horror thriller. It's about a serial killer in New Orleans in the 1980s. It's 9 books with these perspective changes, and that's why it's 9 books. The first 3 books, you're experiencing the story through the lead FBI agent's perspectives that's working the murders. Issues 4, 5, and 6, we changed the perspective on you, and now you are experiencing everything through the eyes of one of the victims. 7 through 9, we changed the perspective on you again, and now you're experiencing everything that's happening through the eyes of him, through Psycho Sal himself. And you're not going to like him. This is a hardcore read. It is heavy. There's no puns, no comedy, no one-liners. This is a serious read. It's meant to be scary. It's meant to be unsettling and uncomfortable. So I think you'll definitely love it. We've got people reading Psycho Sal that are not even comic fans that are hooked on this book. We've got people that are not horror fans that are hooked on this book. Because it actually doesn't really read like a comic book. It reads more like a TV show in comic form, is what I've been told, or it's been described to me as. The why is that thing on there for what? That is weird. Did people just? That's weird. Okay. That's odd. So the omnibus is a collector's edition of all 9 books in this one oversized collectible. It has the standard cover. Like I said, we've got it in 2 versions on here book wise, and we have it in 2 versions cover wise. So we have the regular trade dress that's $40. That book will be $80 outside the Kickstarter. Then we also have the softback blood cover for $60. I will not have those outside the Kickstarter. This is the only place you'll ever be able to get them. The hardback regular trade dress cover, $80. Again, Kickstarter only. And then the hardback blood red trade dress for $100. Again, Kickstarter only. Also, head sketch commissions are on here also. They do not come with the book or anything. So this head sketch option is in the add-ons. So pick out whatever book you want and then pick out the head sketch add-on. So I'll do a sketch of any character you want as a grand crossover on the Psycho Sal blank, not the omnibus, but on an actual separate Psycho Sal blank. And we will be creating a specialty blank for this Kickstarter that says Psycho Sal Collector's Edition. It won't say issue 1 or issue 2 or anything. It'll say Psycho Sal Collector's Edition blank. So it is exclusively to this Kickstarter. We just didn't have time to alter the logo on that, so I apologize. And then, of course, we have the Lovers Bundle, where you can get both versions of the book with the 4 different covers, softback, hardbacks, for a ridiculously damn good price. Now, the original pencils that comes with a copy of the regular softback, someone's already bought that. That is gone. And so now, if you want, you can grab, I think the original 11x17 inks for the cover still on there. And of course, the inks comes with a softback regular edition copy of the book too. And then, of course, we went over the stretch goals a few minutes ago. So yeah. Also in the add-ons, don't forget, you can get, so let me go over the add-ons real quick for you. You should be able to still see this. And hang on a second, I'll answer any questions. So I put everything in the add-ons, but I put some extras for you guys too. So in the add-ons, if you missed my other creator-owned book, Cursed Moonlight, a one-shot comic, 1 book, about my other 2 daughters versus a werewolf in the Appalachian Mountains in current times. You can get a back issue copy of Cursed Moonlight. There's the back issue copy of Rise of the Mummy. You can also get the Psycho Sal collector's edition blank. Like I said, we're going to alter the lettering on that. So it will be, it's not an issue number. It just says Psycho Sal collector's edition blank on it. So they're custom just for this Kickstarter. And I left them the normal price for a regular blank, $20. I didn't try to upcharge it for, being an exclusive blank for this Kickstarter. You can also add the Cursed Moonlight t-shirt if you missed out on that on the Cursed Moonlight Kickstarter. You can also add on the Psycho Sal t-shirt with the new logo on here also. We gave you guys a great price for the t-shirts, and they are badass t-shirts, pre-shrunk, breathable, great quality. I love these t-shirts. I own several of them. And then, of course, if you missed the Psycho Sal regular comics, you can add on the full Psycho Sal issues 1 through 9 comic bundle. So that's on there. And then, like I said, the inside back cover has 2 half-page ads. And is that on there twice? Why is that on there? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. And then there's the sketch option you can add. And then here's the full-page ad on the inside front cover. So, yeah, lots of goodies for you guys. So get over there and support the Kickstarter. Yeah. So, and again, I apologize for that. When I thought about it, the Kickstarter was already live. And once things are bought on the Kickstarter, you can't go in and edit that particular item. So that was my fault. But yes, the blanks, even though they are a Kickstarter only exclusive, and they do have a different title on it. It says Psycho Sal Collector's Edition blank. And they're only going to be 50 of them. That is all that's going to be on that Kickstarter. So go grab you one. Like I said, it will have an alternate title on it. But now it doesn't have all 9 books in it. So let me make sure you guys know that. It's just what it will be is it will be Psycho Sal #1, but with a specialty cover on it that says Psycho Sal Omnibus Collector's Blank. So yeah, it won't have 9 comics in it. So let me make sure you guys know that right now. So, but like I said, it will have a custom title on it for this specific Kickstarter. Yeah, 9's going to be tough. Y'all, 9's going to be tough for you guys to read. Yeah, issue number 8 was a kick in the gut. Issue number 9 is going to be rough. Let's just say there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in issue number 9. I told you guys we were swinging for the fences and we were going big. So, oh, and also I do have pay over time turned on the Kickstarter. For those that may not know what that is, that's a new feature that Kickstarter started doing. Over the last handful of months. But what it does is if you spend $125 or more on someone's Kickstarter and you click on the pay over time option, when the Kickstarter ends, they don't take the whole payment from you. They take whatever your total is and they split it into 3 payments. So they'll take the first payment the day the Kickstarter ends. So like example, if you spend $150, the day the Kickstarter ends, they'll take $50. Then 30 days later, they'll take another 50. And then 30 days after that, they'll take the final 50. And also a heads up, 2 days, in 2 days, everybody who did pay over time on Rise of the Mummy Kickstarter, so on the 18th, they're going to be taking your 3rd and final payment. Please make sure your payments are there. That your card is correct or up to date. Make sure it hasn't been deleted. Make sure your card's on there. Don't make me have to chase you guys down for your 3rd and final payment, please. Okay. That's just, I don't have time to be chasing down shit. Okay. So do me that solid. Let's make sure that that's, handled. Okay. But yeah, make sure you guys add those blanks if you want those specialty blanks for the Kickstarter. Like I said, it will be, a collector's edition blank with a special title, and it'll probably be just a reissue of #1. to make it easy. That way, if somebody, if you're an artist and somebody buys a commission from you on the blank, they'll get a chance to read issue number 1. You know what I mean? So we'll put it back to issue number 1, but it'll have that custom title on it, and we may even put a bottom title on it that says, so we may do collector's edition or Psycho Sal omnibus collector's edition. And then down at the bottom where it normally has our names across the bottom, the creators, or the people that worked on the interiors of the book and everything, the names on the bottom of the front cover. I may do away with the names on the front cover and at the bottom put "I survived Psycho Sal" or something like that. So kind of like the little freebie that everybody that backed the Kickstarter on day 1 is going to get. Everybody gets a little 6x9 mini print of this image right here with the "I survived Psycho Sal" logo on it. So everybody that backed Psycho Sal on day 1, they'll get that little free mini print. There are 2 designs. So let's see. So the stretch goal, let me make sure I'm telling you right. So in the add-on section is the t-shirt with the new logo. The stretch goal, if we can hit 15K, everybody that backed the Kickstarter by $150 or more gets the classic Psycho Sal logo. But yeah, the add-on is the new logo. Yeah. So look in the add-on section and you guys will see. Oh, hang on. Hang on one second, guys. Hang on one second. Hang on. Bear with me one second, guys. Well, Chris, are you in here? Because you sending me that doesn't tell me where that's happening. I'm about to have to tear somebody an asshole on a post. Somebody wanted to comment on Cowtown's post, making some kind of negative ass comment about them screwing something up or something. So I'm about to hurt somebody's feelings. Oh, I guess he must. Anyway, some asshole wants to run his mouth that's never done shit. I wish he hadn't deleted the damn thing. But that's the way people are. You see what I mean? That's how people are. They don't ever have anything nice to say. It's always negative bullshit. And I can tell you right now, I've never seen that guy at any of those shows. And Chris and Kim put on some of the best shows I've seen, and they treat people with the utmost damn respect. And then this guy wants to chime in with some negative shit. It's always something. That's what's so bad about this fucking industry. It's always something negative for some dipshit. Oh, let's see what we at. It's always something. Whether it's 5487. We're so close, guys. We are so close to that 6K stretch goal. Some random ass nobody. Yeah, I don't know. It's always something. Like I said, it's always something. It's always some idiot. They can't stand other people have stuff or successful, so they try to smear people and talk trash. I wish Chris would have left the damn post up, but then I don't blame him. It's always drama. That guy's never even been to one of those shows. Oh, question about the head sketch add-on. Could we say ask for Psycho Sal first? Oh, you can do whatever you. Well, yeah. If you're if it's face-offs, yes. So the way that I kind of do stuff a little different. Some people. So even if it's a side profile shot, that's a head sketch. Whether it's straight sideways or straight on, that's people view that as head sketch. I view it a little different. If I'm doing a face off, so front cover, one side's facing this way, one side's facing that way, and they're looking at one another. I look at that as two halves to one headshot. You get what I'm saying? Most people don't really view those that way. But yeah, you could get something like that. But it would have to be those side shots. Let me see if I have something here. So like this Venom right here, see how he's sideways? It would have to be like that, but smaller. And then, one person on this side headshot, one person on this side, and they're looking at one another. So two halves make a whole. That's not how everybody looks at it. So don't try to use that against other artists because that's not how they're going to look at it. But yeah, you could do that. You just need to remind me, in the notes or something. But yeah, y'all better go grab you a headshot. That's $150. I charge almost $200 for headshots this year. Yeah, I think I've only done a couple of them with Psycho Sal versus the Ferryman, but they're just headshots and two half bodies with both their heads, facing opposite directions towards one another. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna give you guys fair warning. Y'all better go grab those headshots. Because as you guys know, I did a price change on everything at the first of the year. My commissions for headshots in color went up to $180 plus shipping. When the next set of Kickstarters start for Veil, for Sentinel, Veil of the Damned, and then of course for when we start Cycle of Blood Moon, my sketch options on those Kickstarters will no longer be $150. They will be the $180 to $200 range. Yep. Yeah. I mean, like I said, guys, take advantage of the pay over time. That's a great damn tool, and that's what it's meant for. I mean, come the hell on. If you spend $150, you break it into 3 payments. That's $50 when the Kickstarter ends, 30 damn days later, another $50, and then another 30 days and the other $50. So go grab the head sketches, because when I launch Sentinel Veil of the Damned, my military comic that deals with PTSD and depression and suicide with veterans, when I launch that book here in the next couple months, sketch options on that Kickstarter will be the $200 range. When I launch Cycle the Blood Moon later this year, same thing. Sketch options will be $200. So guys, go take advantage of this and grab the pay over time. Grab your tier, and then in the add-on section, add on the sketch option. Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea either. Sarah Dinks and a face-off. Yeah, the female and a female Psycho Sal. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yep, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, let's get this thing to 6K, guys. Come on. Let's get it to 6K while I'm sitting here talking to you guys. We're at 50. Where are we at? We're at 54.87. Let's hit 6K and unlock another stretch goal. All physical backers get the next stretch goal at 6K. So let's go. And no reason. No reason. Um, Yeah, the omnibus it's a great way. If you haven't been keeping up with Psycho Sal, or you're missing a bunch of issues, Psycho Sal omnibus is a damn good way to get the entire collector's edition all in one book. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, I think, yeah, like I said, the sketch blank, it'll be a specialty sketch blank for this. Sadly, I just didn't think about changing the logo till we launched the Kickstarter, so I can't change it now. But yeah, the blank will be a specialty blank, reissue a number one with a alternate logo with Psycho Sal Omnibus Collector's Edition blank. And then across the bottom, we're going to remove the names that's on the bottom of the cover and put I Survived Psycho Sal. So that will be custom to this Kickstarter. So do. And then again, like I mentioned, if you own a business, especially in the comic related stuff, a comic shop or online seller, flipper, whatever the case may be, you guys definitely want to take advantage of the advertisement spots. That's a damn good price for advertisement spots. Most Kickstarters that do a full page ad advertisement on the inside front cover are usually around $500-600. So we've got it on there. I think it's for like 300, and that's a permanent thing. It'll stay printed in that book forever. So, and then on the inside rear cover, we have 2 half-page ads. But yeah, go grab that. Promote your comic if you have your own comic. Promote your comic shop or your online store. Promote if you're an artist, go grab it. You can put a flyer in there that has your website, that has samples of cover work that you've done, so you can get seen a little bit more. Yeah, it really, really, really is a great way to promote and and to be seen by the people you're actually involved with. But I can tell you this, it is one hell of a wild ride. That book is intense. And it's so crazy too, because like I said, we've got people that don't even read comics. That is, they're reading Psycho Sal. I mean, that's pretty damn cool. Um, you know, we've got people that you know that don't read horror comics, that's hooked on it. That's another great thing. We're, like I said, we're super proud of it. That's a huge deal. Um, to be able to sit back and and say that you got a book that people are really enjoying. That's pretty cool. Um, does the hardback have a title page? Can you open it? I was asking because yeah, no. I I haven't made my mind up on that. Um, I haven't made my mind up on that. I'm I don't know. I haven't made. I mean, because you guys got to remember something. The bigger I make the book, the more expensive it is to print. And I've already given you guys the absolute cheapest price I can give you on the softback and the hardbacks. I mean, I'm not even maximizing profit on the prices. $40 softback for a 200 plus page book. That's stupid cheap. $60 for a blood cover, $80 for a hardback. That's 200 plus oversized comic, omnibus. So I've already got the prices as low as I can go. So if I keep adding more pages, that makes the book more expensive. And I'm already trying to allow enough room to put some behind the scenes stuff in there for you guys. Some cover designs and character designs and things like that you've probably never seen. So I don't know. I mean, I would kind of, this is the way I viewed it. I could put a blank page in there, and that's where you could do a sketch, or move the inside front cover advertisement to the inside front page, and then draw on the back of the cover. Um, but like I said, I looked at it as okay, I could do that, or I could just do a painted ball of remark on the cover. I mean, my ball of remarks are almost the size of head sketches any damn way. Mine are almost 3 times the size of what anybody else's regular remarks are that they're charging you $70 and $80 for. They're doing remarks this big. I'm doing remarks that damn big. Um, so I don't know. Because like I said, it's I don't know. I think that it could just be done, on the cover. Is kind of the way I'm viewing it. Um, hold on one second. So let me show you guys an example. So when I say when I say my baller remarks are bigger than anybody else, um, that's what I'm talking about. That's an 11 by 17 print. This right here is the size of a normal head sketch that I would put on a sketch blank. This is what would fit on a sketch blank. So, yes, now when I'm doing it on like a hardback or a softback size of an omnibus, now it will be a little bit smaller than this, but not a lot. It'll fit pretty much, that thing will fit. Where's it at? So like this little area right here on the shoulder is where I would put his headshot. So it would go from here down to there. So almost the size of a damn head sketch. So, I mean, you're already getting an extremely large and fully detailed remark when I'm doing my ball of remarks. So that's why I was kind of like, I don't think I really need a blank page inside the book to do a sketch on, because that is on the cover, and it displays better and you get to see it all the time. So that's kind of the way I'm viewing that, is I'm thinking about it in that concept. um so so I don't think I'm going to mess with that. um yeah, I think that's just probably easier, that way. um Hang on one second. um so yeah, I think that's, yeah, I kind of think that's the better way to do it. So I think, yeah, I think that'll be the better way. So where we at? We moved any? Man, where is everybody? It is 5:22 in the afternoon. Oh, we're at 56:39. Wait a minute. What were we at earlier? What were we at earlier? Did we go up? What did Cameron say earlier? Cameron called it earlier. He said, oh, yeah, we were on 54.87. We are on 56.39. There we go. Hell yeah, you guys rock. Yep, we're close, man. We're so close. I want to hit the damn 9K, man. If we hit 9K, I actually make decent um, profit on this Kickstarter, because here's the thing, guys. I could have done the regular softback omnibus 200 plus page book for $80 on a softback, $150 on a hardback. That's what most people sell them for on these Kickstarters when they're that thick. But I cut into some of the profit and gave you guys a better price because you guys have been here since day one on most of you. And I wanted you to be able to have that without necessarily breaking the bank or anything. Um, so if we can hit the 9K range, I'll actually be in some decent profit. But at the 9K, not only do you get all the other stretch goals that are unlocked up to 9K, at 9K, every single book that you bought, whether you just bought the softback or you just bought the hardback or you bought all 4 covers, every single one of them gets a $70 baller painted remark on it, headshot. And every single book, because of the 8K stretch goal, gets signed for free. Yeah. uh, yeah. I don't really think there's a need for an insert on a page on the inside just to sketch on, because then you can't display it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd rather draw something than paint something, because when you're doing these damn big ass baller remarks and they're fully painted, it's paint, wait for it to dry, paint, wait for it to dry. It's layer on top of layer and then detail on top of detail. It takes twice as long to do a baller painted remark as it does to just draw a regular remarker and a remark and color it with Copics on a regular blank. So that's why a lot of artists won't even do remarks unless they do those little quick Sharpie or paint pen line drawings that aren't colored. It's just a line drawing. And then they still charge you 60, 70, $80 for that damn thing. So yeah, my yeah, my baller remarks is a whole different ball game. So yeah, but what's up, Miss Angelica? No, the remarks, whatever character you want, Angelica. If you want Sarah Dinks, it's her. If you want Psycho Sal, it's him. If you want Victor Gray, it's him. You can even get a female Psycho Sal head sketch. It's completely up to you guys. It is dealer's choice. But I was telling them a few minutes ago, Angelica, if y'all want a commission like that, um, on the commissions, get those now on the regular blanks, because we're doing specialty blanks for the Kickstarter that has a new type of title logo on it. And those blanks will be exclusive to the Kickstarter only. So if you guys want to head sketch on a Psycho Sal blank, go get that. But yeah, if we can get, oh shit, you know what? I didn't think about that. I should. So if we hit 8K, 9K, everybody gets a free baller remark, painted remark on the cover of their book, and it's any character of your choosing from the book. It just dawned on me. I need to add a remark just that people can buy in the add-on section, because some of you like remarks and you want remarks. Um, um, hang on one second. Let me add that, because I didn't even think about that, putting that on there. You guys could just straight up add a baller remark. Add a baller painted remark to your book of any character from the book. Shit. I don't know if I can I piece that? No, I don't want to do that, because that doesn't really. Shit. Crap. Okay, I'm just going to put a copy of a picture of him. The description says all it needs to add. So we'll put that on there. And that is a full painted baller remark. We'll treat it as a digital reward, even though it's not. It's a physical thing, but it's not a physical ship thing, because it's included in your book. If you buy the book and add on the remark, you get what I'm saying. Let me add that, because I know some of you guys now. So this is the way we will approach this. Let's say we do hit 9K and everybody gets a free baller remark. You'll just get two. You bought one and you got one for free. So we'll do it that way. We'll treat it as a digital, because I'm not, if I click on ship, it means I got to put a dollar amount in the thing. Well, no, let's see if it'll let me put it at zero. Oh no, it'll let me do a zero. Never mind. We don't have to worry about that. So we'll leave it as since it is a physical item. It's not a digital item. So add. There we go. Add baller painted remark to your copy. Okay, make sure that's right. I'm so sorry, guys. Bear with me. Okay, so there we go. So now you can add so now you don't have to worry about it, because I'm telling you, these books will be freaking gorgeous. You know what? I'll even give you guys a discount on a painted baller remark, $50 instead of my normal $70. So there you go. I gave you another $20 discount. Fully painted baller remark. You can add it on to your existing hard copy, physical copy of the book. Make sure everything's right. All right, there you go, guys. There you go. $50 baller remark, baller painted remark that's about that damn big. And when I say fully painted, again, that's what I mean. This right here, fully damn painted. Not no line drawing, Sharpie, paint pen, negative space image. I mean, fully damn rendered, fully damn painted. And I do mine are done with acrylic paints. So, it's badass. So there you go, guys. I just added that. I gave you a $20 discount. Any character from the book you want, I'll do a painted ball of remark on your physical copy of the book. So just go to your Kickstarter. If you've already bought something, click manage my pledge. Make sure your stuff is still on there, and then go to the add-on section and add on a ball of remark. $20 cheaper than what I normally charge. Yeah, I mean, more than likely, I figure the two characters people are going to pick for their baller remarks, whether they buy one or whether we win it in the stretch goal, is Psycho Sal or Sarah. Sarah Dinks is extremely popular with the fans, and then of course Psycho Sal, obviously. So I figure that'll be the main two for the most part. I'll probably be doing. But yeah, go take advantage of that, guys. I just gave you a $20 discount. Yeah, that'll be a fun one too. Awesome. Thank you, sweetie. But all you had to do was ask me for it. But yeah, that'll be a fun one. Sarah, face off, Sarah versus, and for what she's talking about, guys, I did something else a little special for you guys. So on the head sketch, that's a head sketch option on the add-ons. I changed it to where I kind of view two heads facing one another and a face-off side view, side view facing one another. I kind of look at it as two halves make a whole. So I charge you for what the whole head sketch would be, even though it's technically two head sketches. Now, don't go to no other artist telling them that you need two half head sketches facing each other for the price of one head sketch. That is not what that costs normally. Nobody does that. I'm doing it strictly for the Kickstarter so you guys can do some fun face-offs if you get a sketch option. So don't go to other artists saying William did this because that's me. Normally that's not what I charge. Whether it's halfway, quarter, or straight on, it's still a head sketch, one person. I'm just doing something fun for you guys, So have fun with it. Take advantage. Like I said, the head sketches on the next Kickstarter's on. They won't be $150 head sketches, guys. It'll be $200 head sketches in color. Sorry. I've got to move my prices. I've been at the same prices for a long time. And the last price increase I did, I moved stuff by like $20. So I've got to move my shit to a little bit more proper, for my, my work history and my fandom. So I got to move it a little bit, guys. When I start seeing people selling my head sketches for twice what they paid me for it, it's time to move my prices. Sorry. Let's see where we at right now. But yeah, go get your ball of remarks, guys. Like I said, if we pass 9K, you'll just get 2 ball of remarks. And dealer, your guys' choice, what characters. I'll put both of them on the book. And you guys just tell me what character. So go get your remarks. Take advantage of that $20 discount. We're at $57.91. We are so close to the next freebie. We got to hit the freebie. I'm staying live with you guys till we pass 6K. Let's go. Let's go. Brad sent me a PM. He said he updated his pledge. He's taking advantage of that pay over time. Yeah, guys, you better take advantage of the pay over time. Like I said, if you spend $300 on the Kickstarter, they don't take all that money from you when the Kickstarter ends on the last day. They'll take $100. Then 30 days later, they'll take the other $100. And then 30 more days later, they'll take the final $100. So it's a great tool. So they take whatever you're spending and they split it over 3 ways, but you do got to spend $125 or more in order to use the pay overtime, which makes sense. So go take advantage, guys. I'm giving you stupidly good prices on everything, giving you great prices on sketches, giving you great prices on baller remarks. Take advantage of those, more cost-effective prices, and then take advantage of the pay overtime option. Let's go. I do too many giveaways and free stuff, you guys. Let's go. We should already be like close to 9K. Which there's a lot of people that's not on the Kickstarter yet that's normally on it. I figure we'll pick some of them up this weekend, or this week, I mean, because Kickstarter just launched Saturday. So we're doing pretty damn good. Yeah, no problem, Angelica. Yeah, take advantage. You can't beat a $70 baller painted remark for 50 bucks. I mean, I'm not joking. I charge $70 for that day in and day out at shows. So that's a damn good price. And then again, we have the pay over time option, so it doesn't hurt anybody's damn pocketbook. I mean, really and truly, you should be spending $150 on this Kickstarter and using the pay over time. That's $50 over 3 payments. You can't beat that. $50 on the last day, 30 days later, 50, 30 days later after that, the final 50. Yeah. But yeah, normally we have, we usually have around 60 or 70 backers by now. So there's a lot of people that hasn't seen this Kickstarter. And I know that for a fact because I sent out some direct messages to a few hardcore fans that's on every Kickstarter, and they still haven't seen this Kickstarter. It's been up since Saturday. So yeah, I sent them the message like, oh no, I haven't seen that yet, and they immediately went over and backed it. Let's see where we're at. Oh shit, 58.41. Yeah, I didn't even think about adding the remark. I got it as a stretch goal. I just didn't even think about adding that. Yeah, go get it, guys. $50 for a damn fully painted baller remark. I mean, that's stupidly affordable. I mean, that's ridiculously affordable because they're not those little bitty ones. I mean, this thing will be about that damn big. So when you see the book, it'll be like this whole shoulder right here. And then if we do hit the 9K and you get the free baller remark, we'll put it right over here on this side. So that's one of the reasons I designed this piece the way I designed it. I knew I was going to give away baller remarks on the stretch goal. So this design is meant to be, friendly for baller remarks because they are so much bigger than standard remarks. So that's the whole point of this design. We've got 2 great areas to do, signatures and baller remarks, and it not interfere with the overall image of the artwork. So yeah, go take advantage, guys. Yeah, you guys are welcome. I mean, that's one of the things about Psycho Sal. Like I said, we usually average anywhere between like 105 to 140 backers on every Kickstarter, but like 95% of those people are all return fans from day one. When I look at the statistics from the Kickstarters, when I look at that, the analytics, it shows me, who all is backing the Kickstarter. And I can see the majority of the names are everybody on the Kickstarter before and the Kickstarter before that. And so I don't mind giving, the more affordable prices because the majority of you guys have been here since day one. You've bought, every issue of Psycho Sal. So, it's not that, it's not that big a deal. Now, obviously, if I was doing, let's say I was doing an omnibus of a new book that just came out, or not an omnibus. Let's say I was doing a collector's edition of 3 books in one book or something like a trade paperback. Now, obviously, you can't do those cheap prices on something like that because it's the first time somebody's backing it. And that book's not been around prior to that. So you can't really take that gamble. Now, like I said, it does eat into your profit. It does, especially on omnibus. Those are not cheap to make, whether you're doing softback or hardbacks. They are not cheap. They're not cheap to ship. I mean, this thing will be heavy. I mean, 210 pages. And then the hardback being a hardback, you know how heavy a hardback omnibus are. So the shipping is higher. Yep, every issue, man. Thank you, V. I appreciate it. But yeah, so like I said, you can't really do that on everything. And if we can get close to 9K, I'll be making some okay profit on the overall project. So help me take advantage of the pay over time. Help us get to 9K. Then everybody gets all the free stuff prior to the 9K and gets free baller remarks and signatures. So come on, guys. As many giveaways and raffles and everything I do, y'all can go throw, some solid money at this one and do the pay over time. This is the last Kickstarter, man. It kind of breaks my heart that story's come to an end. And somebody asked me the other day, if I'll revisit Psycho Sal. And I'm not going to say it's not out of the wheelhouse. The character's too big. So do I think we'll come back at some point and do some other type of story with Psycho Sal, whether it's a flashback or whether it's a new story or something like that? I don't know. I'm definitely not going to say he's gone. Now that's the end of that storyline, for that series. But I'm not going to say that he's gone because he's too big. It's one of the hottest selling horror comics on the market, if not the hottest. I mean, we outsell a certain other monster book that because we're not selling in comic shops and we don't have YouTube and TikTok influencers promoting our shit and inflating the value because it's a so-so book. I'm sorry, I'm not throwing shade, but it's a so-so book. There's nothing special about it. There's nothing special about the covers. Sorry, it's manufactured hype from YouTube and TikTok influencers. So that's a different ballgame. And it has the book in the FOC. We don't have that. I mean, if you compare apples to apples with us only selling at Comic-Cons and Kickstarters versus what they're selling in the FOC, and their exposure compared to our exposure, them having some influencers, etc., building it up, pumping it out there, we're actually doing bigger numbers than they are when you compare it like that. And ours is a better book. I'm sorry. I know I'm a bit, biased, but I've had shit tons of other fans tell me that's read both that this is a better book. So, when we've sold those kind of numbers, I mean, there's got to be some truth to it. And like I said, when you compare our platform versus their platform, our audience exposure versus their audience exposures, we're actually per capita, I guess is a way to describe it, or per book per person scenario of exposure, we're technically doing bigger numbers than they are because they have a broader audience, and then they have these added on benefits of TikTok and YouTube influencers pushing their shit that they paid to push their shit. Now to be fair, I've not read it, but when I have shit tons of fans telling me that this book is way better than that book and our covers are way better than those covers, I got to listen to the fans, and then I have to look at the numbers, so Let me double check. It should be in the add-on section there, Angelica. You'll probably have to read the description because it's probably not going to have, it doesn't have a different picture. I don't really have a baller remark picture saved on my computer other than the Bat Who Laughs, but I don't want to post that and have people thinking they're getting the Bat Who Laughs. Let me look and see. It should be on there though. Let me click on add-ons and see if I see it. Yeah. So it says add baller painted remark to your copy. Um, somebody, oh yeah, no, it's there because I forgot. Somebody's already grabbed it. So, when you get your tier, Angelica, and it takes you to the add-ons, just scroll down, look for the $50 add-on. It should be the only $50 add-on, I believe. But it'll have the same picture as the book as the other pictures, sadly. So yeah, it should be there. You may need to refresh your page. But yeah, guys, take advantage of the damn $50 painted baller remark. I mean, like I said, I charge $70 for those day in and day out. So take advantage of that, okay? Because this will be the only one. They're $50. Yeah, yeah, and that's something else too. I mean, that's another reason I know it's because here's the truth of comics, especially indie comics. So now in the mainstream world, Marvel, DC, Image Comics, Dynamite, you have people that have been reading Spider-Man for 30 years. People have been reading Batman for 30 years, et cetera, et cetera. They'll continue to buy those books even when the storylines are trash because they've been buying that book for 20 years. They're not going to start skipping issues. It's that completionist mentality once you're in the game that deep. Yeah, you may have to. It's not in the edit option. Uh yeah, I don't. So if you've already picked a tier, Angelica, like you need to manage, click manage my pledge, and then you'll kind of have to make sure your stuff you already picked is still there, and then it should give you an option to go to the add-on section. Sorry about that, guys. So they're buying those books regardless if it sucks. You get what I'm saying? Like you could have 30 issues and it be complete trash and they hate it, but they'll still buy those books because they bought the previous 200. You get what I'm saying? In the indie world, it doesn't work like that. If you create a comic book, issue number one, and you put that book out there and it sucks, nobody's coming back for issue number two. Not even a little bit. They're not even going to come back to, well, you know what? Maybe issue number two will be better. I'll give it a try. Nobody's really doing that either. If that issue number one sucks, they're not coming back. If that issue number two sucks, they're not coming back. If issue number three sucks, they're not coming back. It's very hardcore cutthroat in the indie market. It's really easy for people to cut ties. But yeah, like I said, when I look at Psycho Sal Kickstarter, the analytics for each damn Kickstarter, 1 through 9, out of 105 to 140 backers, 95% of those backers are people I've seen on every single previous Kickstarter. Like, I don't think I've noticed a single person that has backed the Kickstarters that was not on the next Kickstarter. Now, I've had an occasion where someone missed it because sadly, some people wait till the last day to get their stuff, which I don't know why they do it. Get your shit on day one and don't worry about it till the last day. And then if you want to add on or tweak it, then so be it. But get it on day one so you don't forget. So I have had a few that played that game and then that last day crept by them and they forgot to go get it and the Kickstarter ended, but they'll immediately go get it off the website. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I know the book has really hit a nerve with fans because the majority of people on every single Kickstarter have been there since, the book before and the book before. Awesome. Thank you, Angelica. I appreciate it. Let's see where we're at. Where did Miss Angelica put us at? Oh, I thought we was already at 58.91. What did I say we were at a few minutes ago? I thought we were already at 58.91. Maybe we were at 58 something else. I don't remember. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, take advantage, guys. Use the pay over time option because that's what it's there for. Spend $150 on the damn Kickstarter and it'll divide it over 3 payments. Not a big deal. And you get some badass stuff. Oh, Angelica, also for everybody else, look at the add-ons. If you missed Curse Moonlight, my other book, it's in the add-ons for that one-shot comic. It's one book, so it's not a series. If you missed Curse Moonlight, it's in the add-ons. If you missed Rise of the Mummy, it's in the add-ons. If you missed Curse Moonlight t-shirt, it's in the add-ons. The Psycho Sal t-shirt with the new logo is in the add-ons. Yeah. So yeah, make sure you guys do that. Support, man, grab it. And they're damn good t-shirts. Like they are very high quality t-shirts. Pre-shrunk, breathable, great quality t-shirt. Everything's printed in the US. So you know, we don't do anything out of the country. Yeah, definitely grab. So for those that don't know, Curse Moonlight is my creator-owned book also. Rise of the Mummy is my creator-owned book also. They're both one-shots, one story, one book. Each one is about 2 of my daughters versus that classic monster. So, you know, Curse Moonlight's about Olivia and Victoria, my twin daughters, versus a werewolf in modern time Appalachian Mountains. The Rise of the Mummy is my other 2 daughters, my oldest Shelby and my youngest Ashley, versus the mummy in the 1920s Egypt. Now, both of those books are fully written and fully scripted by me. As you know, Psycho Sal, the concept and idea and all the notes were written by me, but the actual physical script, you know, was written by Chris Hayes and Lori Calcaterra for their different issues of the book they did. They took all my notes and all my information and they converted it into a comic script. So Rise of the Mummy and Curse Moonlight was my first shot at fully writing a script for my books. So that's supporting, a bit more personal. You know what I mean? So yeah, go grab Curse Moonlight, grab Rise of the Mummy. They're both great books. And here I'll show you some of the interior pages. Beautiful interior art by Arturo. There's Curse Moonlight, one of the pages where one of my daughters are facing off against the werewolf. That is Olivia right there fighting him. And then, of course, here is, where's it at? Bear with me. And here's one of the interior pages that has Shelby and Ashley with the professor from Rise of the Mummy. So badass interior art. They are black and white because I wanted it to stay classic, throwback to the old school movies because I'm a big Universal Monsters fan. So yeah, go grab those. Beautiful artwork. The writing is really good. I think I did damn good on it. Everybody that's read it so far, that read the script and the PDF that I gave to a few people to read the book, has said they really enjoyed it. And of course, Curse Moonlight's already shipped and is out in the world. And so far, I've heard nothing but good things. Rise of the Mummy goes to print the 20th of this month. So we'll have those in hand, about 3 weeks after the 20th. But yeah, go check those out. So, and of course, I'll have Rise of the Mummy in before we have the omnibus books in. So you don't everything will ship all together, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, my next one's going to be a 3-issue series, 3-issue comics. Sentinel Veil of the Damned. That's set in current times, deals with a U.S. veteran that's dealing with PTSD and depression. And so that book there is going to be a heavy, heavy book. But yeah, go grab your t-shirts off the Kickstarter. There's the Curse Moonlight t-shirt. Great prices on the t-shirts. There's the Psycho Sal with the new logo. Now, of course, the logo will be a little more crisp on the final design. This was just something we put together so we could show you guys what the logo is going to look like. It's not a high-res file of it, so that's why this one here looks a little better. But we'll have a high-res file of this design when we go to print the t-shirts. But yeah, guys, show some love, man. Go grab a Psycho Sal t-shirt. Go grab a Curse Moonlight. Like I said, take advantage of the pay over time option. That's what it's there for. Let's see where we're at. Because I'm hungry. I'm ready to go eat. Man, we're at 58.91. We are so damn close. The original inks is still available. The original 11 by 17 inks artwork is still available. The pencils have already sold. The inks are still there. It does come with a copy of the Psycho Sal Omnibus softback cover. So it does come with a copy of the book. So go grab that. The pay over time option is a great one for that tier also. Own you a piece of original art for a published cover. Take advantage of the pay over time like we talked about. Also, it's not stated on the individual items, but all the physical backings gets a PDF of issues 1 through 9. So no matter what physical backing you do on the tiers, whether it's softback, blood cover, hardback, or the other hardback blood, no matter what, you get a PDF copy of all issues 1 through 9. So technically, it'll be a PDF of the omnibus. So, that's what it'll technically be. So you won't get 9, PDFs. You'll get one PDF, but it's the omnibus collector's edition. Yes. So what'll happen is when I send out the surveys at the end of the Kickstarter, when I send out the surveys for it, I'll put a question option on that survey, and it'll ask you who you want for your remark, and you just list which character. Yep. Who else grabbed a t-shirt? I'm kind of curious about that. Has anybody grabbed a t-shirt yet? Curse Moonlight, Psycho Sal. Oh, and a heads up, if we hit 15K, every physical backer that spent $150 and more on the Kickstarter gets a free Psycho Sal t-shirt. Now, the free one on the stretch goal at 15K, that's the classic t-shirt that just says Psycho Sal on it, black with red writing. The one that's on the add-on section, that's the one with the new logo, the black and the knife and the new logo. So that's the one that's on the add-ons, and then the classic one, is in the free one if we can hit down 15K. Yeah, definitely grab the new one if you guys are able to. It's like I said, dude, I can't stress it enough. The t-shirts are nice. They are breathable. It doesn't, even though they're black shirts, they're not hot. They breathe very well. They're very comfortable. They're light, so they don't feel heavy on you. Very, very, very nice quality. Like, I love the way those t-shirts feel. They are so comfortable. They cost me more money, to do them in that thing because they're pre-shrunk, they're lightweight, and they're solid quality. So yeah, they cost us more money, but they're badass. Shit, I didn't think about it. I guess I could put the damn Psycho Sal hoodies on there too, couldn't I? I didn't even think about that. Should I put the Psycho Sal hoodies on the Kickstarter as an add-on? Like I said, I didn't give a whole lot of thought to the add-ons on this one. My main focus was just the omnibus. So I really hadn't thought about the add-ons. So I didn't even think about that. That'd be a great way for people to be able to get the hoodies. I got a feeling though, sadly, hoodies are going to have to be pullover hoodies. Even though I personally don't like pullover hoodies. I prefer zip up hoodies. I don't know what the hell it is, dude. We searched so many damn companies, and almost none of them had zip up hoodies. And the few that we found that had zip up hoodies were stupid expensive. Especially if you got into any sizes 2X and larger, they were ridiculous. And I mean wholesale prices ridiculous. I mean, that's how stupid they were. Like, it blew my mind how much of a difference it is from a pullover versus a damn zip up. But now, if you guys want me to, I can put the Psycho Sal hoodie on there that's got the new logo. I've been meaning to do a pre-sale for Psycho Sal hoodies, but like I said, after all that searching we did, it was ridiculous. Like, I mean, we'll have to, like, if we sell Psycho Sal hoodies, we'll have to sell like small through, I think, large for like $40. And then I think 2X to, I think, 4X or 5X is like $60 a pop, which, don't get me wrong, that's what you're going to pay for a damn hoodie at any damn store anyway, outside of Walmart, for their cheap ass, China made hoodies. So I mean, it's normal price. And but sometimes some people will complain about paying $60 for a damn um uh, a hoodie from us, but they'll go down to whatever sporting store and they'll buy a Nike damn hoodie for 80, 60, $80. I don't get it. I don't get it. I've seen people pay 60, $70 for a Levi hoodie, you know. Shit, I think I've bought a Levi hoodie for that price. Because that's just, got no choice other than Walmart cheap crap, which don't fit right half the time, no way. So I don't know. You guys let me know if you want me to put the Psycho Sal hoodie on there. It'll give you a hoodie for the rest of the year and next winter. Well, some of you still going through winter right now. But yeah, just let me know if you want me to put that one back on there. I think that's about. Let's see, where we moved any? No, still there. 58.91. Man, where is everybody's? Where are you peoples? Where are all my people at? Hey V, what was you needing to chat with me about? Was it just a commission question or something for MegaCon? Um. Oh, another thing too. Um, I am actually looking at redesigning this, because another one is a big hit for a lot of people on some of the Kickstarters was the Psycho Sal cosplay. Um, I am looking about redoing the Psycho Sal cosplay kit. Same mask and everything, of course, but we're looking at instead of the rain poncho, a cloth type costume, which fits more in line with the way he's progressed and how he looks now, like in this image right here. So instead of it being a rain poncho, it's more of this hooded type trench coat thing that's made out of cloth. And for those that are wondering, yes, we're working on a Psycho Sal statue. So I hope you're ready for that. I'm super excited about that. Let's see. But yeah, I'm kind of redesigning because I kind of changed how he looks in the on the covers and in the books now. So it's more of this trench coat type of hood style outfit. So, man, everybody got quiet. Why is everybody so quiet? What y'all watching? Let's see. Hang on. I was trying to think of something. Um, 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 hmm, all right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you guys. Um, don't think so. If you got any questions, ask guys. Cause I'm just kind of I'm trying to think. 'Cause I already talked about the upcoming cons for this coming weekend, and then the full month of March. Um, Habada, 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 habada. Yep. Sorry, I'm just kind of sitting here daydreaming. Um, let's see. Shit. Let's see. Oh, Michael Gardner, are you still here? Are you here, Mr. Michael? Um, will you come this year? Yes, I will be at Bell County, Miss Angelica. Yep, yep. I will be in Bell County. When is Bell County? That's well, here, I'll tell you what, something I can do real quick that I normally don't do on these shows. I usually just talk about where I'm going the upcoming weekend or so, or the upcoming month. But here, I'll give you guys a quick breakdown of where. This coming weekend, Texoma Comic Con, Durant, Oklahoma. Um, March first weekend, Big Texas Terror, like I mentioned, in San Antonio. Second weekend, Fan Expo Cleveland in Cleveland, Ohio. Third weekend of March, MegaCon Orlando in Orlando, Florida. And then the last weekend of March, I'll be back in San Antonio, Texas at Mockingbird Lane. I've got a couple shows for April, but they're not confirmed yet. We're waiting to hear back. Then May, I will be Fan Expo Denver, Colorado. June, we've got a couple planned for June, but we're waiting to get confirmation on those. July, I will be in Waxahachie, Texas at Cowtown Comic Con. And then August, I will be at Bell County Comic Con in Belton, Texas. September, I will make my first trip west of the Rockies. I will be in Arizona, Tucson. I'll be doing Tucson Comic Con in Arizona. Huge thank you to Brian Polito for bringing me out to that show as a pro invite. Also in September, I might be doing Fan Expo Dallas in Dallas, Texas. We're waiting for the confirmation. October, I'm not sure which show I'm going to be doing yet. Sadly, I've got two shows that one I can definitely go to if I want to do it. Big Texas Comic Con in San Antonio wants me back this year for that event, but also that very same weekend is New York Comic Con. So I'm waiting to finalize that one. If I get in New York again, obviously I have to go to New York and do New York. And I'll have to just try to go to Big Texas the next year. But if I can't get into New York, then I will be at Big Tech. Oh, we cracked 6K. And I've got a couple shows we're talking to about November. So more shows will definitely get added to this list. And I'll update it on my Facebook page as that happens. Is that where we're at? There we go. 6,057. We just unlocked a new stretch goal for everybody. Hell yeah. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now we just need to hit. Did I do a 7K? I think I gave you guys stretch goals for like almost every damn tier. Oh, I did. So, well, we did. So I gave you two stretch goals at 4K. We had to hit 4K just to fund, but I gave you guys a $2,000 stretch goal and a 4K. Because normally I set my funding goals at 2K, but we had to move it to 4K on this one, and I forgot, about that. So I gave you guys a 2K. So at 4K, when we funded, you guys got two stretch goals. A 3-inch sticker of cover A, and 4K, a 3-inch sticker cover B. And then, of course, now at 6K, we just unlocked cover A's 4x6 mini print. Now at 7K, yeah, I gave you guys stretch goals at every damn interval except for 11K. So I skipped 11K and I skipped 13 and 14. So you guys getting a ton of stretch goals on this. So guys, share out the Kickstarter. Tell your friends about the book. This is a great way for people to get an entry level into the book, have the entire collection all wrapped up in one damn collector's edition omnibus. So please tell your friends, all 9 books in this one giant oversized omnibus, both softback and hardback. This is a great way. If you went to my website right now and you bought all 9 copies of Psycho Sal, you would be spending $135. They can get this entire collection again in this one-time rare thing with the hardbacks and stuff. But even if they just bought the softback for $40, they're getting $135 worth of story in a single oversized 210 plus page book, collector's edition. So guys, you can't beat the damn price. So tell your friends about it. If you're loving this story, if you've enjoyed this story so far, please share this out. Please tell your friends about it. Help us hit the 9K at least. Because again, at 9K, I'm actually making some decent profit off the book, because I gave you guys a great price on the omnibus in general, whether it's the softback or the hardback. I gave you guys a great price on both. So help us out, share it out, tell your friends about it, buy the thing as a gift. I mean, again, the entire story in one damn book for $40. That's a great birthday book for any type of reader or comic fan that you might have. Again, trust me when I tell you, if you buy this as a gift for somebody that likes to read, they do not have to be comic fans. This book will be a great read for them, whether they collect comics or not. Like, I can't stress that enough. We have a ton of people reading this book that have never read comics. Hell, Andrea is one of them. She never read comics until she read Psycho Sal. So don't be afraid, for 40 damn dollars. It makes one hell of a damn gift. So check it out. And if you've got any questions, again, feel free to ask, guys. But yeah, at 7K, there's another damn stretch goal for you guys. At 7K. So here I'll show you what it looks like in case you're not seeing it. Hang on one second. Okay. So there they are. So we've already unlocked, like I said, at 4K, you guys got two stretch goals. The 3-inch sticker for this cover. And then at 4K, you got the 3-inch sticker for that cover. Then at 6K, which is what we just hit, of course, you get the 4x6 mini print of the cover A. And then at 7K, you get the companion mini print 4x6 of the blood cover. At $8,000, guys, every single one of your physical books you get signed for free. At $9,000, every single one of your books in your order, whether you order one book or all four, every single one gets a $70 painted baller remark on the cover. At 10K, every single physical backer gets a metal bookmark of Psycho Sal. At 12,000, every single physical backer gets the Psycho Sal keychain with cover A in it. At 15K, if we manage to hit that, every single physical backer, no matter how you back the Kickstarter, of course, you get the 9-inch Psycho Sal sticker. Also at 15K, if you back this Kickstarter by $150 or more, you get the Psycho Sal t-shirt with the classic logo on it to go with all your other stretch goals that you've already unlocked. This is the only item that requires you to spend a certain amount of money on the Kickstarter. And if we hit 15K, you get it. So at 15K, if you spend $150, you get both these stretch goals. So look at your pledges. Don't have $125 on your pledge. Bump it up to 150 minimum. So if we hit 15K, you guys get to get the dang t-shirt. Don't miss out on the t-shirt over $20. I cannot stress that enough. But yeah, we're not, I mean, technically we're not far at all, because again, if we average about 100 backers, which is what we've always averaged on Psycho Sal, between 105 to 140, if we can do at least 100 backers, we should have all this unlocked for you guys. Maybe not these right here yet, but the 8,000 and 9,000, we should have that unlocked if we hit about 100 backers. So share it out for me, guys, please. Like I said, this is a great damn read. You won't regret the book. It is ridiculously badass. And again, I know everybody toots their own horn, man. I get it. But you ask anybody in this chat right now what they've thought of it, and they're going to tell you that it's one hell of a read. So check it out. Give it a chance. Again, I promise you, you're not going to regret it. It is one hell of a read. Again, if you're a comic artist or a comic seller, online or brick and mortar, or whatever business you might have, grab one of the advertisement spots. That's a one-time fee. And I'll be printing the Psycho Sal softback regular cover for life. So your advertisements will stay in that book for life. So It's a one-time free. What's up, Mr. Ryan? Um, so yeah, go grab the book as a gift, guys. $40 for the softback. It's a great gift for somebody. It'll be one hell of a read for them. All you artists that have worked on Psycho Sal, y'all better be over here grabbing something off this Kickstarter. I'm gonna put y'all on call out. Everybody that's benefited from Psycho Sal, y'all better be on this Kickstarter. Psycho Sal's giving you a lot of people their first opportunities for published work, and netted them more work because of it. Psycho Sal's opened some doors for a lot of people that, so, which that's a good thing. I wish more people did that, but don't get me wrong, I understand why they don't. Surprisingly, a lot of new artists that will sit here and beg for cover work, and it's a pain in the ass. It's ridiculously a pain in the ass. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Ryan. So Ryan, I added some things and I made some changes to some things. So on the head sketch add-on, you can actually add two characters from the book facing off, or some other character facing off. So you can put Batman facing off against Psycho Sal. So even though it's a one price, one head sketch price, I'm kind of treating it as two halves, make a whole. Again, don't go to other artists. That's not how it's done, but I'm doing it on the Kickstarter. So you can either have one character take up the full blank, or you can have a smaller sketch of two characters facing off, whether they're from in the book or Psycho Sal versus somebody else. Also, we're going to be making these blanks a specialty blank for the Kickstarter. Even though it says like issue numbers, it has a number listed on the blank that's on the image for the advertisement. It won't be like that on the actual blank. The actual blank will say Psycho Sal Omnibus Collector's Edition, and down on the bottom where it normally has my name and Lori and all the other people's name, it'll say I Survived Psycho Sal across that bottom. And now it'll be a issue number 1 book on the inside, but it'll have that new cover that is Psycho Sal Omnibus Kickstarter only blank. I will not be carrying those blanks. And I left the blanks in the add-on section for $20, even though it's technically a Kickstarter only exclusive. We're leaving it at the same $20. I'm not upcharging it on you guys. So if you want some of those blanks, you better go get them. Because here's a food for thought for artists. Yes, you're paying $20 for that blank. That doesn't matter, because when you quote a price to someone for your sketch on it, you always include the price of the blank. That's the way you do business. Whether it's a $5 blank you bought, or a $10 blank, or a $20 blank. Whatever your blank you pay for, you're supposed to be including that in the price of your commission. So, if your blank is $20 and you charge $100 for headshots in color, you need to be charging $120. You get what I'm saying? Always include the price of the blank. Now, I don't upcharge my blanks. If I get blanks for $5, it's $5 in the mixture of the artwork. If it's $10, it's $10. If it's 30, 40, 50, it's whatever that is mixed in with the artwork. But the other thing is, I just added baller remarks. So full-blown painted baller remarks, like this Bad Who Laughs as an example. So fully rendered, fully painted baller remarks that are about 3 times the size of everyone else's remarks. I just added that, and I gave you guys a $20 discount. So in the add-on section, you can add a baller remark to your Psycho Sal Omnibus for $50 instead of my normal $70 I charge for those. So help us out, guys. We just passed the 6K stretch goal. So everybody just got a new freebie on the 6K stretch goal. At 7K, we'll get another freebie. At 8K, all your books get signed for free that you bought on the Kickstarter. At $8,000, everybody who bought a physical copy of the Omnibus gets a baller remark on the cover of their book. And if you bought a baller remark and we pass 8K, I mean 9K for the other baller remark, you get 2 on your book. And that cover design is laid out, like I mentioned earlier. That's why it's laid out this way. We can do 2 sets of baller remarks on there if we need to. So there's plenty of room to do the oversized baller remarks. So Curse Moonlight t-shirts are on there. Psycho Sal new logo t-shirts are on there for a damn good price for damn high quality t-shirts. So go get one. That's right. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. Like I said, I get everybody toots their own horn, but I'm telling you, you ask anybody that has read that damn book, and they're going to tell you that book is badass. Lori and Chris did such an incredible job with taking all my notes and everything, because I gave them notes. I didn't write. I gave them notebook full of notes. These are the characters. This is what needs to happen in issue 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. These are the people involved in that story. This is where it's taking place. This is the mood. This is what needs to happen. These are the key points that we need to hit. So I gave them all my jumbled thoughts in note form, and they took it and converted it, added their own little twist to it here and there, and created the script. So it's one hell of a read. That book is like old school Hitchcock. It applies the pressure from page 1 to the last page of the last book. It is just, it's stepping on your throat the entire time. I mean, it is a badass read. And like I said, I get everybody toots their horn, but I've given money back guarantees on that book. So that's how I know that book is badass. I mean, yeah, well, I mean, I don't mean it as a bragging thing, but no, nobody takes care of fans better than I do. I'll put what I do up against anybody else in this industry. And that's not an ego thing. I truly believe, without a shadow of a doubt, if it were not for the fans and you guys coming back for everything I do, ordering commissions, seeing me at shows, back in the Kickstarters, I wouldn't be as successful as I am. Because I can sit here and draw, but if nobody's buying it, I can't sustain it. I can't do this as a living. I've been doing this as my sole income for 8 years. I have 180 published covers with about 15 covers y'all haven't seen yet that's going to be dropping in the next handful of months. I have 3 successful IPs: Psycho Sal, Curse Moonlight, Rise of the Mummy. I have 2 more IPs coming with Sentinel, Veil of the Damned, and Curse Moonlight that fans are stupidly excited about and can't wait on. And yes, I get that I do the work. I put in the time. I talk to every fan. I engage everybody. I go live and try to make time to spend time with you guys, whether we're talking about movies or comics or projects. Nobody's going to outdo me. It's not happening. And that's not me trying to be an ego. It's just I refuse to be outdone. You might be a better artist than me, and there's not shit I can do there. You might be prettier than me, and there's not shit I can do there. You might have better cleavage than me and showing it off, and I can't compete with that. There's a lot of stuff I can't compete with. I can't play the politics of this industry. So I can't compete with a lot of people there. A lot of people get shit handed to them they haven't earned because they can play the politics. If I could have played the politics, I'd be on Marvel and DC covers by now. I can't play the politics. So yes, there's lots of avenues that I cannot control and compete with. But you're not going to outwork me. You're not going to outgrind me. And you're not going to outpromote me. And you're not going to love the fans. It's not going to happen. That I have complete control over, and I'll work myself into a casket. So you're not going to outdo me. So that's the only thing I can control. So, I'm a big believer. I wouldn't be able to enjoy the things I have. I make a very good living as an artist compared to what a lot of artists have. I'm not going to give my numbers because I think that's a bit disrespectful to kind of tell what you make a year. But I do very well, and that's 1,000% because of you guys, the fans. So yes, me giving stuff away every once in a while is not that big a deal. Me giving discounts here or there is not that big a deal. I mean, technically, with my lane of popularity and what I've done, my quality of work, um, I should be doing $300 head sketches. I should be doing, $400 half bodies. I should be doing $500 full bodies in color. That's the price brackets I should be at in commissions. Cover work for people, I should be charging $700 to do covers because other people that are in a similar lane of popularity as me, that's been around about the same amount of time, even though they've done less work than me, but they have a similar fan base size. That's what they're charging. But I don't charge nowhere near that because, I'm comfortable. And it also nets me a lot more work. Now, do I do a shitload of hours? I do. I mean, I do anywhere between, 12 to 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, a lot of 7 days a week. I travel to around from February to November. I'm doing about 2 to 3 shows on average per month, and usually a couple months it's got 4 shows. So at the end of the year, I've probably done, about 27 shows, and I travel all over for those shows, from Texas to Wyoming to New York to Florida and everything in between over here on the east of the Rockies. Um, and then I'm doing shit tons of cover work. So yeah, I work a lot of hours. So don't get it twisted. I'm not sitting around, making, good money I'm not earning. You know what I'm saying? But the fans are the blood. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I could walk away tomorrow. A lot of you guys might miss me and you'll be like, oh shit, I wish William was still, like, I get that. But in the grand scheme of things, the machine will roll on. You know, you guys will find another artist you love and you enjoy, and you'll support that artist. But that applies across the board. I mean, Jim Lee, biggest of the biggest names, he could walk away tomorrow. The machine will hiccup for about a day or two, and that's it. That beast will roll straight on like he never was there. That's just how this industry is. But if you, like I've said before, you guys heard me say this many, many times, if you chase away the fans, it's all dead. No more Comic Cons, no more indie books, no more exclusives, no more commissions. And I don't know why artists can't grasp that stupid, easy shit. That should be the easiest thing to understand. And it blows my mind that I still bump into artists who still have this "don't you know who I am" mentality. And I'm like, yeah, you're no fucking body. Because you're not. In the grand scheme of things, we're nobody. You know, we're not storming beaches or protecting bases. We're not patrolling streets and protecting citizens. We're not running into burning houses saving people. We're sitting in our little air conditioned ass house drawing comic book stuff. We're not shit. We're that. I'm sorry, we're not. We just aren't. We're not linemen working in pouring down freezing cold, stormy weather, putting light poles back up and turning people's lights back on. Those are the needed people. Those are the heroes. I don't know why artists have this mentality, a lot of them, that like y'all owe them something. Y'all don't owe us shit ever, period. I don't give a shit if you've been in the industry 10 minutes or 50 years. Fans don't owe you shit. And a lot of them need a hardcore wake-up call. Yeah, I mean, I want my people to have their money's worth. Now, do you have days sometimes where your art may be a little so-so compared to other days where it's badass? Yeah, but that's just because you're working shitloads of hours and you're doing lots of projects and you got to stop at some point. So sometimes your art could wane a little here or there, but that happens to anybody, no matter who they are. But you have to give 150%. The fans, they buy these expensive ass tickets to come to shows, to Comic Cons. They're buying hotels, they're buying tickets, they're standing out in the heat waiting to get in the door, they're standing out in the freezing ass cold or the pouring down rain to get in the door. They're spending money for your projects or your stuff that is not a necessity in any way, shape, or form. Um, and a lot of times they're spending money that they have to save in order to spend. It's not disposable income that they have 24/7. I mean, I know a lot of my fans that are on fixed incomes and they'll buy one or two things a year. And I'm so damn grateful for that, because there's other stuff I guarantee you they need more than some sketch by me or some exclusive by me or whatever. I can't fathom how these people sit back in the way they talk to some of the fans. And I've lost my shit at a few shows where I've told people you're a piece of trash. And again, that's why I can't play the politics, because I've sat next to 30-year pros in Artist Alley or Pro Row and saw them be disrespectful to a fan. And when the fan walked away, I look at him and tell him, dude, you're a piece of shit. And his eyes get that damn big. I don't care. But sadly, that's that no filter between my brain and mouth. Because if I was smart, I'd shut up. Because when he regurgitates that story, it won't be how he treated that fan and another artist called him out on it, and he learned his lesson and he saw, the error of his ways. It'll be, oh yeah, I was sitting next to this William Russell guy, dude. He's a piece of trash. He's rude. That'll be the story that gets told. And then that story will get passed on to the next one and the next one. I've heard dirty shit about me from people that's never even talked to me till that moment, So, like I said, I wish I could play the politics, but I'm sorry. The fans of the bloodline, we're not the bloodline. We're not. The fans don't owe us a damn thing. Yeah, exactly. And then people want to make excuses for trash like that. Oh, well, who he is as a person isn't who he is as an artist. Yeah, the hell it is. And if he'll stand there with his business partner and lie to the fans about a fake cover, claiming it was Marvel approved, taking thousands of dollars from people, and then he get outed by Marvel. And if he'll lie to you then to steal your money, he's a piece of shit. Then he turns around and sleeps with his business partner's wife, proving how much more of a piece of trash he is. And I'm saying it right here because I've said it to his face at a show. I walked past him at New Orleans on the street going to get food, and him and her passed me, and I said, hey, what's up, trash? When I walk by, because I don't give a shit. If you're a piece of trash, you're a piece of trash, and you damn sure don't deserve anybody's respect. It is not hard to be nice. It is not hard to be a good person. It is not hard to have some basic damn morals. Don't lie to the fans. Don't steal from the fans. And damn sure don't be sleeping with people's wives or husbands. This shit's not rocket science. So, one way or another, my name gets mentioned somehow. But like I said, if I could play the politics, it would benefit me. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I know people right now that hasn't even done half the amount of covers I've done, who has landed a DC cover or a Marvel cover because they played the politics and they got buddy and kissed the right ass. I wish I could do it. There's no doubt about it. There's some days it irritates the shit out of me that I can't keep my mouth shut. Yeah, I'm not going to yell at a show, but I walk by his table and say, what's up, trash? Or, oh, look, it's the piece of shit. Because he doesn't deserve any damn respect from me. They robbed fans for thousands of dollars, him and Jason both. They don't deserve anybody's respect or courtesy. You robbed people. I can't stand a thief. That's my biggest one. I can deal with you lying to me. I can deal with you being rude to me. or disrespectful to a degree, I can't stand no thief. That's my biggest pet peeve. Because I've worked for every damn thing I've ever gotten in my life. Nobody gave me shit. And, I've had my vehicles broken into that I built for show vehicles that with my own damn two hands, and had thieves steal out the stereo equipment, or steal the car. I've had my home when I was a kid broken into and burned to the ground by thieves. I can't stand a damn thief. If I had my way, y'all seen my post, they ought to start removing body parts from thieves as far as I'm concerned. Somebody wanted to chime, oh, well, if you cut off a hand, then they'll just come back with a gun next time. Okay, that's fine. When they get caught that time, we cut off that one. What they're going to do then? Hold the gun with their toes or their elbow? Eventually, it'll work itself out. They'll lose enough body parts, they'll either quit or can't. I'm fine with either fucking one. Excuse my language, sorry. I can't stand a thief. I am completely fine with removing body parts, and if they need somebody to do it, I'll happily break out a saw. That, in my personal opinion, anybody, like, it's one thing if you're stealing food and you're hungry. I get that. But when you're stealing everybody purses and shop stuff and cars and whatever else, start removing body parts. It will work itself out. Same thing goes with any of this other stuff. Whether you're graping people or you're assaulting people, start removing body parts. It will damn sure work itself out. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I get that it's not a necessity, like I said earlier, but it is one of those things. I truly believe that art does make things better. I know for me growing up, I grew up dirt poor and reading comic books. And I know everybody says they grew up poor. When I say I grew up poor, I'm talking about dirt poor. I was like 17 or so before we had a single air conditioner in a window. I was around the same age before we got a hot water heater. I was the type of kid that walked to school and, and ate a lot of beans and cornbread or what we called flapjacks or that type of food. And, I had a couple pairs of jeans and a few pairs of t-shirts, one pair of shoes. And that was my child. And don't be wrong, I'm not complaining. I loved my childhood. My grandmother raised me the best she could. My grandfather passed away when I was somewhere around, like, I think 7 or 8. And it was just me and her, and she was on an SSI check. And so I know what dirt poor is. And I know what it means to work for every damn inch you want in everything. So, it's comic books. That when I was a kid, that was my escape. I'd save up my lunch money. So I wouldn't actually eat at school. I would save my lunch money, and then, once a week, we would go to the local drugstore for something when my grandmother was, not once a week, once a month when my grandmother was paying bills. We would go to the, one of the stops was the drugstore and then the grocery store where we lived, or the town over from where we lived. And they always had comic books on a shelf. And I'd get the newest issue of X-Men. I'd only get to buy like 1 or 2 books, but that was my escape. I was bullied ridiculously through elementary and junior high. And so that was definitely my escape. Drawing was my escape. I drew a lot when I was a kid. So I definitely believe that art is important. I believe these books are escapes for people. I believe the artwork generates that emotion of those characters they grew up with and they love, seeing them be drawn, and then owning that piece of art. And that's, I'm sure that's probably why a lot of my prices are still ridiculously affordable compared to what other artists in my lane charge. I want people to be able to buy my artwork. That's why I went through all the trouble on my website to put Afterpay and Klarna and Shop Pay and all these pay over time options. was so people could go to the website and order commissions, order exclusives, order original published cover art, etc., and make payments on it instead of hitting their bank account all at once. And I keep all my stuff affordable because I want people to enjoy it. I want people to get it because I know what it was like as a young adult, or when my kids were little and we had a family still at home. You didn't have no money really to go buy artwork. You might could buy a few comic books once a month, but that you weren't really buying artwork maybe a couple times a year, and nowadays, shit, most of these damn artists, hell, some of them been in the business barely longer than me, wanting to charge $600, $700, $800 for commissions. Most people can't afford that, and then the ones that are able to save up, let's say they do spend a year saving up, $600, $700, $800, they only get to spend that on one person, so yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's, mentally part of the reason my prices are where they are. That's why the Kickstarters are always affordable. I mean, again, Psycho Sal books, like we sat down and did the numbers on issue number 9, and issue number 9 with the quantity that was printed for the Kickstarter, which was around like 400 plus books, almost 500. When you added up everything that it took to produce and create that book and then ship that book out, et cetera, it was averaging about $15 per book is what we spent or what I spent to create that book. And hell, most of the books on the Kickstarter we sold for $15. So those books I straight broke even on. The $20 books, yeah, I made a $5 profit on the, 60 or 50 or $60 foils. I made some profit there. The, $80 or $100 metals, I made some profit there. So, but not tons, So, where everybody else is charging $25, $30, $40 for books on Kickstarters, we're over here kind of doing 15, 20 range. Because we want you guys to enjoy the book, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, I think I think artists are too nickel and dime now. Yeah, I do. Um, $10 on every signature, $20 on every CGC witness signature. $500, head sketches, and or $1,000 in some cases. I mean, sadly, flippers, not all flippers, but the majority of flippers, sadly, is what's caused that, because they're showing up at these tables. They've already charged someone $10 for the signature, and now they're coming to the artist. If that artist is signing for free, now that guy just made $10, off that signature, because he ain't gonna go back and refund that guy that he charged $10 for. You see what I'm saying? So artists start looking at it like that. Well, shit, there's so many flippers at these events getting shit signed, charging the fans at home $10 a pop, or they're going back to their table and going live on Whatnot, selling them for $10 on top of the cost of the books, or whatever, their inflated prices of the books. So I get why they're doing it. Same thing with art. They were charging $300 head sketches. Then all the flippers started buying the $300 head sketches and selling the shit on Whatnot for $500, for $600, eBay Live, etc., etc. They started flipping everybody's shit, but they're not flipping it. If it's $300, they sold it for $350. That's not what they do. They pay $3, they sell it for $6. Because all the fans look at it as, well, I didn't have to travel and spend hotel money or travel money. I didn't have to buy tickets to get in the door. I didn't have to go stand in lines. I didn't have, so they look at all that money they didn't have to spend and they go, okay, I'll pay $600 for that, for that sketch. If I'd have been at the show, I'd have paid $300. but I'd have had to pay for hotel, travel, tickets to get in the door. Hell, by the time you add up all that, you've already spent another $300-400. So that's where that comes from. So the flippers buy it for $3, sell it for $6, easy. I know. I've seen some of my $200 sketches selling for $400 and $500. So the artists get frustrated and they go, well, shit, if he's making $600 off my $300 sketch, I'm just going to move my prices to $600. Then the ball just, the goal line just keeps getting pushed because now they're buying it for $6. They're selling it for $7 and $8. Then the artists will get fed up with that. Now it's $1,000 sketch. Oh. Oh yeah, our past definitely makes us who we are, for the better or worse. Am I perfect? Hell no. Hell no. I got so many damn flaws, it's ridiculous. But and what I'm saying is not a bash on anyone else. Again, it's their business. They can charge what they want. But do I really believe that people nickel and dime everybody too much these days in the comic art industry? Yeah, I do. I really do. But like I said, on the flip side, I get why it's happening, you know. But anyway, guys, it is 6:50. I've been hanging out with you guys 2.5 hours. Let's see what our final number is so far. We are still at 6,057, so we're just barely above the 6K stretch goal. Guys, please do me a favor, share out the Kickstarter, help us get some eyes on. Let's try to get to that damn 9K. Take advantage of the pay over time option. Use it. That's what it's there for. Go grab those advertising spots. Go grab those head sketches. Go grab those baller remarks that I just added. But I'm going to get off here. Don't forget, this coming weekend, Andrea and I will be at Texoma Comic-Con in Durant, Oklahoma. I've got all the Psycho Sal #9 books for the most part bagged and ready to be sorted, bagged and boarded, ready to be sorted. The small amount of books I'm waiting on for Psycho Sal #9 are supposed to be here tomorrow. The medals and the embossed medals, like it's just a small order, but they're supposed to be here tomorrow. I got my restock of bags and boards in today, so we're good on that. The hats are supposed to be here by Wednesday. The stretch goals for Psycho Sal #9 should be ready tomorrow for me to go pick up from the printers. Right, 2 days from now, February 18th, the last payment for Rise of the Mummy for all you who did pay over time will be pulling. Please make sure your credit card information is on there and is up to date and the payment goes through with no issues, because we're sending Rise of the Mummy to print on the 20th. So please get it processed. Make sure it's there. I'll send out a message on Rise of the Mummy. I'll send out an email on that Kickstarter this evening. Also, well, I'll probably do it tomorrow, letting everybody know the very next day they're taking that last payment. So please have it ready so I'm not having to chase anybody down. I think that's it. Again, friendly reminder, March, I'm stupidly busy with travel. So if you're needing a commission for Big Texas Terror, if you're needing a commission for Fan Expo Cleveland or MegaCon Orlando or Mockingbird Lane at the end of the month, get with me now. I will not be doing commissions during the travel. So I need to knock them out over the next 2 weeks and have them ready for y'all to pick up at each one of those shows. Because like I said, March, I think I'm only going to be home like 6 days out of the entire month. And I'll be traveling in between those time frames, so I won't get a lot of time to be drawing anything. But anyway, all right, I'm going to get off here. For everybody that has backed Psycho Sal Omnibus Collector's Edition, thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot. I'm glad you're enjoying the book. I'm glad you're loving the storyline. The entire team's done such a great job on that book, put in 120% effort from every aspect of it. And I can't thank you guys enough again for making Psycho Sal a hit that it's become. It is one of the hottest selling horror books on the market. It is like I said, we're about to pass over 10,000 printed and sold of Psycho Sal #1. 2 and 3 is not far behind those numbers, and then the others aren't far behind that. So overall, it has done extremely well. Psycho Sal #1 to date has had, I believe, 7 Comic-Con exclusives, including New York and MegaCon Orlando. It has Psycho Sal #1 has had 5 comic shop exclusives. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to get off here. You guys have a wonderful night. Again, I love you. Thank you for all the support. Go share the Kickstarter. Go grab you a copy of the omnibus for a gift for a friend or family member. Like I said, though, I cannot stress this enough. When this Kickstarter ends, the only version of that book I will have on my table at shows or on my website is the regular softback version of the omnibus, and it will be double in price than what it is on that Kickstarter. So it will be $80 a pop outside that Kickstarter. So go take advantage of that $40 book. 210 plus pages in that omnibus, and it is an oversized comic. It is a legit omnibus, 10.5 inches tall by 7.25 inches wide. So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to get off here. You guys have a great night. Thank you for hanging out with me over these couple of hours, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Take care, guys. Remember, support indie comics. A lot of great stuff out there. Path of the Pale Rider is active right now on Kickstarter. I got 3 covers on on that Kickstarter. Omni Servo #2 is live on Kickstarter right now. I got a cover on that Kickstarter. And then, of course, the pre-sale retailer exclusive for Rise of the Mummy is active. That pre-sale ends on the 20th of February. Posts are on my page. Just dig down and you'll find it. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night.